Chapter 4, Life in Canterbury and later in London. Okay. So the next day or the following day, Mr. Wickfield and David go to the new school in Canterbury. And there David meets Dr. Strong, who is the master of the school. And Dr. Strong works in his library, and when Mr. Wickfield along with David enters, he said he was glad to see them. There they also meet Annie. There David happens to meet Annie, who's wife to Dr. Strong. But she is much younger to Dr. Strong. After visiting the school, David goes back to Wickfield's house, where Agnes was waiting for her father in the drawing room. With a pleasant smile on her face, Agnes meets David and she asks about the school. She wants to know David about the school. He told her that he liked it very much, and David told that he was pleased with the school. After dinner, Agnes and David go upstairs, and after their dinner is over, they go to upstairs. Okay. David brings his books and looks into them, and he also shows his books to Agnes. Agnes shows him the best possible way to learn and understands his books, and she shows help, or she gives help in understanding the studies. At first, David lags behind in his studies, but soon rises to the top of the class. Formerly, he was a weak student, but later he improved. He also grows fond of Agnes because of her dedication towards her father. And she is a dedicated girl, and she helps her father. He finds out that he is educated at home so that she can stay in front of her father's eyes all the time. And why Agnes is educated at home? Just to remain in front of her or under the supervision of her father. Okay. David loves each and everything about the concept about Uriah, for she is a strange fellow. One day Peggotty reveals to David that Murdstone have sold all the furniture from Blunderstone Rookery. So one day Peggotty, who's the maid of the David's family, and she informs that Mr. Murdstone has sold all the furniture including the house. He conveys this to his aunt Miss Betsy, who visits him very often, and he conveys this message to Betsy, who is David's aunt. Mr. Dick also visits frequently and becomes closer, not only to him but also to Mr. Wickfield, Agnes, and even Uriah. And Mr. Dick becomes friend to Mr. Wickfield, Agnes, and Uriah. One day, David gets an invitation from Uriah Heep, and she invites David for tea, which he agrees. And there they ask David about Miss Agnes. Okay, David along with Mr. Mykever goes to meet Mrs. Mykever. Mrs. Mykever gets surprised to know that David is a pupil of Dr. Strong, and there she is amazed, and she is surprised to know, or when she comes to know that he was a student of Dr. Strong. David finds out that they are still in a serious financial strife. Strife means conflict, struggle. It was a financial for money. It was a conflict for money, and David was going through this crisis. However, they enjoy a good dinner together. Finally, they enjoy their dinner. After an affectionate greeting, they sit down on the small sofa. And after they met, and they were very friendly, and after this they sat on the sofa, David finds Mr. Mykever the happiest man in the world, till he asks hearty farewell of the Mykever family. And he finds Mr. Mykever to be the most happy man of his family. Next day, David receives a message from Mr. Mykever saying that he and his family are leaving as they are unable to pay for their home. Since they were having financial crisis, they were going through money problems, so they were unable to pay the expenses or the rent of their house, and they finally decided to leave. Then he hopes that Mr. Mykever will find a release from all their struggles. And finally, David hopes, or he accepts, that Mr. Mykever will get freedom or liberty from this struggles or these problems. After David graduates, Miss Betsy suggests he should visit Peggotty so that he can go out into the world and is able to decide which profession he wants to take up. After David completes his graduation studies, Miss Betsy, his aunt, advises David to go out in the world and to decide that what profession he would choose for his livelihood. After all, he has to earn a living, and finally this child David has to earn his livelihood. David then leaves to see Peggotty in Yarmouth, and finally David goes to meet Peggotty in Yarmouth city. On the way, in spite of all these efforts to look respectable, he is mocked and treated badly. Although he has a dignified image, he was looking respectable, but mocked, that means teased. He was teased by the people and treated badly because of his youth. And some of the youth used to tease him in a very dirty manner. He has to give up his seat of honor in the coach. The waiters also made fun of him, and he was ridiculed and by the waiters even, and the people at the inn put him at the worst room available, and he was given the worst room to pass his time. Luckily, in the same inn, he meets Steerforth, and whom he meets Steerforth at once, but finally he doesn't recognize his Steerforth. Okay. Luckily, David meets Steerforth in the inn, and who invites him to the coffee room, and finally they had a breakfast together and a long chatting. Okay, Steerforth tells David that he is studying at Oxford, and David was told by Steerforth that he was a student. Steerforth was a student in Oxford University. Therefore, he is very well respected and he has a dignified image. He asks people to give David a better room, and he promotes David in getting a better room. And when the people of the inn came to realize that David was friend to Steerforth, they started giving him honor and respect. Steerforth insists that David comes with him to visit his home, and he accepts his invitation. And finally, David was invited by Steerforth to his home. At Steerforth's house, David meets Steerforth's mother, Miss Rosa Dartle, and there he meets Miss Rosa Dartle, who is Steerforth's orphan cousin. Orphan means motherless, fatherless child, and she was an orphan child, and she was cousin to Steerforth, having a scar. A scar means that is the mark of a bone on her lip that was caused by Steerforth, which was given to her by Steerforth when he was a young child. He threw a hammer that accidentally hit her, and she got this wound because Steerforth hit her by a hammer. In Steerforth's house, Litimer is the another servant. Litimer is a maid or he is a servant in Steerforth's house. David thinks that one can find Litimer always with Steerforth. Now he has to come to university to serve Steerforth, and he also seems to be a respectable man. At university, he has a dignified image. Who is Steerforth? David's week with Steerforth gets spent in a most delightful manner, and David passes this week in a very enjoying and delightful. That means in a very loving and joyful manner. When David visits to come to an end, he convinces Steerforth to accompany him to Yarmouth. And finally, when this visit is over, he convinces or he takes Steerforth in his belief, in his faith, in his trust to accompany or to go with him or to join with him to Yarmouth. Thus they live separately, agreeing to meet at Peggotty's house. And they decided to meet at Peggotty's house or live together. When David meets Mr. Barkis and Peggotty, they do not recognize the right way. And when they meet at Barkis, they do not identify each other. Mr. Barkis, afflicted with rehumanitism, is very glad to see him after a long. And Mr. Barkis is very glad to see David after a long time. David knocks at the door and Peggotty opens. She asks David what he wants. And finally Peggotty opens the door. Peggotty, the maid servant of David's family, and she wants to know that what he wants. And David looks at Peggotty with a smile, and David gives a smile to Peggotty, and Peggotty also gives him a smile in return. David had seen her after 7 years, and finally after 7 years David comes to meet Peggotty. Steerforth also joins the dinner, and finally they join a dinner at Peggotty's home. During his stay, David and Steerforth often go on separate ways. And when David was staying at Peggotty's home, Steerforth and David, they went on different ways during the day. Therefore, he does not know what Steerforth is doing all this while. And David was unknown that what was Steerforth doing. One day, Steerforth reveals to David that he has bought a boat and names it the Little Emily. And finally, David was told by Steerforth that Steerforth purchased a boat, and he calls that boat Little Emily. Peggotty will be the master, and finally he announces that in his absence Peggotty will be the owner of the boat. After parting with Steerforth, David meets up his aunt, and finally David meets his aunt in London, and they leave for London, where they go to the office of Miss Spenlow and Jorkins in Doctor's Commons. With regard to London, his aunt holds the opinion that every man she finds is a potential pickpocket. Okay, that she was scared of the pickpocketers. So she gives David her purse to carry for her which has 10 guineas. 10 guineas, that is an amount, and some silver coins. And she had some money and silver coins, okay, in a purse which she gave David to keep it safe. When they make a pause at the toy shop in Fleet Street, David observes the ill-dressed man. And finally, when they stop at a toy shop, they see an ill-dressed man staring them. Students, who was the man staring David and Steerforth at the toy shop? He was Mr. Barkis. And who is Mr. Barkis? He is Peggotty's husband. Okay. And finally, he gives Steerforth gives David a letter from Peggotty, and David gets a letter from Steerforth and written by Peggotty. And in this letter, he is informed that Mr. Barkis is on his deathbed. That means he is seriously ill. David immediately decides that he will visit him, and finally David decides to meet Mr. Barkis, Peggotty's husband. Yet Steerforth convinces him to accompany him to his home first and stay with him for a few days. And David also gets an invitation from Steerforth to stay at his home for a few days. David spends a day with Steerforth's mother, Miss Dartle, and where he spends his time with Miss Dartle, who is Steerforth's mother. Okay. Miss Dartle becomes even more disturbed to learn that David has not seen Steerforth until the previous night, and Miss Dartle was worried to know that he hasn't seen Steerforth from the last night. Finally, David takes leave of the family, and when he departs from the family, David arrives at Yarmouth. And arriving at Yarmouth, David encounters means faces. He faces Mr. Peggotty and Emily in the kitchen, and he meets them in the kitchen. Both were distraught. Distraught means disappointed, dejected. Then David goes to see him, and finally David goes to meet them. He asks Mr. Barkis if he knows him, and he replied. And finally he talks to Mr. Barkis and asks if he could identify him distinctly with a pleasant smile, and with separately. This distinctly means separately, with a pleasant, with a loving smile. Barkis is willing. He responded that Barkis is willing. That means he replied in positive, that he recognizes David. With that he dies. And finally, Mr. Barkis passes on.